winner goes on to the grand finals, and of course the loser gets sent home with a less shiny bronze medal. You know? The metaphorical bronze medal. Deep nade. And Semphis might have done some damage to Irukandji. Pretty negligible with the armor, down to 75. So you got a lobby setup with one controlling, that's air quotes, controlling outer, trying to get some information. Look at the stack at the ramp. Ow!
Minikerr just took it to the face there.
A lot of load.
I hate you guys so much.
I'm having a good time. I'm starting to lose my composure. Anger claims the second of the round. Desi's dropped, and we have that. I guess that rap that was the outer to hell rap that got kind of changed to a new game plan. He's gonna sit
and
and
Irukandji is coming from the back. He's gonna try to hit the backside here.
He did a great job of that. He's still alive though, after a fashion. He's got that last kill before being gunned down by Anger. compLexity takes the all-important pistol round on a CT-sided map.
And we can see
Yeah,
on
like I said,
Juma's side, they're really low on their loads.
Oh my god.
No, but on a serious note, with coL winning that pistol, I really think they're gonna end up getting 12 or more rounds. Like on a serious round. See how Semphis just like good game because they understand it too. Like both teams' T sides have just been abysmal. So like that CT pistol was actually huge.
Yeah, a bit of self-deprecating humor. What are the net T rounds won between the two teams? Seriously,
It's got to be in single digits. It's
Yeah,
got to be in single digits. Like if you combine them all on Dust 2 and Inferno, it's got to be maybe 10 times. Maybe.
Hiko will find desi pushing through, and I'm not sure what the effort was all about, because I guess he was hoping that Hiko would drop down to lower. He stands his ground, finds two, and maybe a third. There it is. Irukandji's down. So we have Shroud and dboorN left. They have the bomb between the two of them, but not a whole lot of hope left. We're looking for a PT-50. Oh, just kidding. Glock burst. Semphis claims that one. That's going to be two and maybe a third, since we've yet to see a bomb plant. Maybe. Nope. Not a maybe. They've got AKs. They've got one Galil, two Galils, and Shroud is thinking very hard with 2-8.
To be fair, with this kind of equipment and stuff, we might see them try. I don't think we're going to see an upper rush, but we might see outside with 3 players. That's probably their best bet right now. I think they're going to go outside,
they're going to throw smokes, and they're going to try to get some big garage.
It would make sense that distance advantage that the AK has over the FAMASes, if they use the AKs like that, is going to buy them just a couple of extra damage points. Seang tries to flash himself out, and minikerr does not care. Stares down the flashbang and guns him down as he ran for secret. Ballsy play, I like it.
He was too exposed there. He was going to get naded, though. He was dead either way, but he should have at least faced his enemy before he died. You know, die a samurai's death in the face of battle. But here, I mean, Juma's off to a great start. Doing exactly what they need to do, kind of working picks with the AKs at the long range. They're going to get a second kill. That's on to Semphis. So, really good play coming out of them here. Really cautious and play, but nothing's in secret as well. And it looks like, you know, there's still a minute left on the clock. compLexity really needs to have a player just make a standout.
Look at Nothing.
Nothing is going to be the one who's... Oh my god, that's 4.
No! He missed a golden opportunity. Hiko will drop Irukandji after the trade, and after a fashion, it's still somewhat even. That flashbang didn't really work. Neither did that one. He had great ideas, guys.
Who? Nothing or Hiko?
Hiko. Well, Nothing had a great idea. He had a lot of time to work with, but nothing came of it. 2 versus 1. And
Hiko's got great positioning here. This is definitely a winnable situation for him. If he can make his way over... Oh, no. I don't necessarily agree with that play. Like, there could have been so much more. I think he was trying to just open the door and get a surprise kill, but maybe taking it a bit slower and walking towards the window. Like, seeing if Jumas pushes into the door, he can get a kill. Maybe peeking from window side where it's like a clear target. I don't know. I think it's 50-50 there, actually. Maybe he made the right play, and I play it wrong.
Yeah, it's up to coL.
Manajuma has gotten the bomb plant and has decided that that affords us a buy this round. We're going to run over Anger inside the side, who gets one before traded, and nothing will dink minikerr, but still lose that battle. The spray down. The retake looks mostly successful, as Semphis does so much damage. Somebody can just drop a nade back there for desi. It'll be a 2 versus 1, but still doesn't work, and we're going to have to pop flash our way back in, so Hiko will flash seang's in, throw 2, and we got some blind T's behind the site. We're in. We're close. It's just a matter of hitting a shot now. seang's will be the first one in. There's Shroud down. Desi's surrounded. And in smoke. There's a defuse coming. 3 to 1 is going to be our scoreline.
No kit though.
Is it too late? Is it too late?
Oh, he's got it.
Oh,
There's no
God.
way.
Oh my god.
Oh, no!
Hello?
I literally thought you were trolling because it started so early. I thought you were trolling.
What, me?
Your bomb timer, your interior bomb timer is impeccable, Steel.
Yeah. Never miss a beat.
The Steel actually has like an internal 35-second clock.
I've spent so much time with Muhammad the God Assad that, like, I just feel like I'm a bomb expert, you know?
Oh my god. Yes. No, yes, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I don't really understand what you're trying to say there. Can you actually elaborate?
Any team Mo plays on, he always asks to be the bomb carrier.
Ah, okay.
He loves going for the bomb plant points. What? There's no innuendo with that, if that's what you're looking for.
Oh my god. There's no innuendo here either. It's a straight face-off between two players, seang's and now Anger, who lose both times to dboorN. He's pretty weak and still no kills issued. Nothing's out in open space, tries to pick up a CZ, does dink desi right at the very end. Everybody knows that CZ's on the ground. You got to pick that one up because that one delivers kills. 2 alive for CTs, but 5 for Manajuma, and no kills picked up. Let's take a look real quick because there's not going to be any action just yet about the economy. Yeah. We do need to start building if you're Manajuma. It's hard to get those rounds. You'd like to get an op on the field. And Hiko's the last.
He's just
This
gonna
is
try to
actually-
save his gun here.
This is actually not the scoreline I would have predicted at all. At all. compLexity definitely thought that they would be getting a lot more rounds than this, and maybe honestly it was Semphis's shit talk that backfired when he just hit the GG right after pistol round when they were leaving 1-0. Like, that's something that you probably don't want to do just because it can come around to bite you in the face. So this is definitely not a good start for compLexity, and we might see Jumas actually picking up a few more rounds here.
Let's see. Who buys what? Full AKs for the T side and a full complement of nades, flashes, but for the CTs, more decisions to be made.
Yeah, Juma should have a lot of just set strats with a lot of smokes. Look for them to throw outside smokes and then go inner, throw outside smokes, go ramp, throw outside smokes, go big garage, stuff like that. And right now they're just going to upper rush, I think. Or maybe get someone out then.
They have blown off the door. They have one above on the T roof for the sky flashes, but they have yet to commit into
dboorN's
this.
trying to get down the vent, but he wasn't able to. But they, generally speaking, have a lot of set strats. Mediocre Gamers does. And that's why it was really puzzling to see them on their T-side Inferno and also their T-side Dust 2, where they really didn't play to their strengths. Like, their strengths are a lot of set strats. They use Molotovs, they use well-placed smokes, they have good flashes and good timings and good executes, right? But they really weren't playing to their strengths. And I think on Nuke right here, you might see a lot more of just smoke takes and things like that. Especially with this 15 seconds extra round timer, if they actually use it, it should be pretty advantageous to the Ts. Good trade kill with Secret there. That's going to open up the map a lot for them.
Yeah, it does. You're going to have minikerr trying to meet his teammates who are going down Secret right now as he goes toward the ramp, and the script is sort of being written for compLexity, who's kind of sitting still. They still have 2 upper, thinking that they'll come back toward this, but with the amount of information given, if Hiko sees minikerr here, they figure out that they've taken out they have to rotate down.
And they're assuming the bomb's going to come ramp, but the bomb's actually in the Secret right now.
We're gonna have a smoke plan for desi. He'll go right for it, drop the bomb. They can hear that beep, and we'll have a retake team on hand now. The counter desi's right next to everybody and doesn't get a single kill. He might have just seen every single CT and couldn't figure out how to put the bullets on target. But it's okay. minikerr is doing his work for him. He might have a triple. No, Shroud will pick that one up with the assist and then give minikerr just a triple on the round. That's 4 for Manajuma, who
So
has...
two things I want to note that round. So seang, they walked all the way to secret, and not one CT was spotting the cross of secret at all. So seang actually got really surprised there, I think. And the second thing I want to note is that coL was expecting that they would take the bomb ramp and actually put more of their players at ramp post secret control, and that's why they were so late to react to lower and the lower plan, I think, and they were kind of overplaying ramp. If you saw, they had 2 ramp players there. They were expecting, if it was going to be a secret play, for 2 players, maybe even 3 or something like that, to come ramp with the bomb, right? And instead, they didn't do that, and it really threw coL off guard. They were able to get a free plan at lower. minikerr did a perfect lurk, by the way, like a perfect lurk. His teammates were able to get the bomb down. He waited like at least 10 seconds, and then he went. So that was really well played by mediocre players.
The CT complexity force is pushing into the lobby and gathering the appropriate information that nobody's here. So it's time to readjust. We're going to play as sneaky as possible with these CZs and 5-7s. Does Manajuma know that everyone knows where they are? Doesn't matter now. They're all together. Good looking shot from Anchor. There's a trade out, and that was actually a better play for the CTs than it was for Manajuma. Another good shot. Irukandji gets dropped down to 13.
Just instant dinks everywhere.
That's going to probably kill Semphis. 2 versus 3. Manajuma's a little bit... I mean, yeah, clearly they're winning the round, but they're getting
This is still a tough call to make, because you go lower here. I mean, there's so many... No matter where you go, upper or lower here, you can get shot from so many different spots.
Well, if you rainbow spray seang like that, easy peasy. 5-2. Manajuma leads on an unlikely T-side lead map.
Honestly, though, like, even if complexity brings it back 8 rounds in a row, 10-5's not a bad scoreline to have in this half. It's just that they've basically used all their lifelines in the sense that they can't make any more mistakes. There's 0 mistakes to be made if they want to win this game. That's what it boils down to.
Agreed. Let's take a look at our opening here. Everybody into the lobby with the exception of dboorN, who goes to outer. Our number 9 man has just an AK, still aggressively peeking. Anchor's getting spammed up in the heaven. We'll smoke
so
out.
Did seang. Irukandji did about... Oh, wow. How much damage did he just do through the wall? 70 plus 22?
We've lost a lot of our spammability in CSGO, but not the walls and the ceiling of DE Nuke. I missed that. I'm glad it's still here.
No, definitely. I think spamming is good for the game. I think anything that... Well, let's continue to cast.
We've got a lot of flashes in that blinded all the T's trying to get in. It didn't really work the way they had planned it out, and seang now takes his toll on his opponent. Hiko will be on the flank to clean up 2, and they've closed the gap just a little bit. It's 3-5.
It's also a very good round for complexity. They only had 1 casualty. Another thing to note is nothing right before that execution, like once they saw the outside smokes and everything, nothing actually planted a grenade that did 43 damage to desi, and then another like 15-20 damage to 2 or 3 other players in the lobby. That's massive damage right there. That's over 100 damage right there, just from a single grenade, and then that helped this team just...
And they were so stacked towards upper because they actually didn't even have to rotate someone towards secret. seang was spotting above the smokes, and he saw that nobody was secret, and he knew it was going to be a fake to upper or ramp pretty much immediately because of how telegraphed it was, because of mediocres smokes, and then they didn't throw any flashes, and the heaven guy was just able to see nobody was secret. So he was definitely telling his teammates, you know, just stay upper. It's either upper or ramp. Probably yelling it, to be honest.
Good looking kill there.
Oh my god.
Very good looking kill there. A 3 burst for seang, who was standing on top of the railing outside of heaven. 2 CT defenders gone, and now you have to fight. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Thank you, Shroud.
dboorN just manned up there. That was... Like, that shot on the catwalk guy was, like, perfect crosshair placement. Perfect.
That's actually... actually complexity. Sunfist's force buying, like just buying instantly again. There, nothing's got no money, but his teammates can drop him at least a pistol, if not like a mag 7. And if they can get nothing with a mag 7 in vents or an upper by hut, like that's a big play. But they actually equip him with the FAMAS. Yeah. It's not a bad play. I would have
we
gone
don't
for
agree
mag
with
7 to
that.
be
Yeah,
honest.
I think the mag 7 should cost like $6,000. That gun is insane.
We've seen you guys playing up close with the hut.
Yeah.
Either you or Swag, one of the two of you destroying people as they come out, and that's a great start to this round. No scoped weapon whatsoever. Doesn't necessarily matter. Desi finally replies, drops Semphis as he was standing up on top of the outer balcony. So I was going to say, how do you play this round with no scope? How do you play it outer? Do you play off? And the answer for them is no.
A team push, but I mean, once you have that 5 versus 3, you can reset into a full defensive like default setup. Sunfist overextending, looking for another kill. Unnecessary. It was unneeded completely.
Well, they still are up a man. And Hiko thinks about pop flashing himself in. He'll peek and just get across so he doesn't get sprayed down.
Yeah, that's a really fantastic flash, by the way, for the viewers that are watching.
How much does it
So it's just
extend out?
It won't get you if you're hiding to the radio room. Like if you're to the right of the wall, it probably won't get you. Like if you're fully hiding or anything like that. But if you're facing, it'll pretty much just pop flash you.
3 versus 3. Manajuma has evened it up. Not in health, but at least in numbers. And then it became uneven again. The bomb gets dropped and only one is left alive. The secret player, Desi, has to come back. And his AK is different now. It's not a teamwork AK. How do you figure, Desi? Let's take a look at your money. 18, you're going to save this thing. Your teammate has 57. Another has 63. You can probably have somebody drop, and you'll be able to buy next round.
Yeah, and if you're coL, that was like a complete do or die round. If they lost that round, they would have had the worst economy, and we'd be looking at like a 9 or 10 round Manajuma half. So that was just like for them to stay. That round was paramount for them staying in the game. If they lost that, the game would probably be over.
Paramount.
Good word.
Good word.
Did I
I like it. I like it when Daze goes like into dictionary.com before like casts, and then he'll look up like top 10 most searched words today, and then he's just like Paramount.
I like it. It's like Apex, Zenith, Paramount. You know, they.
Sean Garris has a really good position here, though. He should be able to make a 4v5, and at least I wouldn't have smoked it there though. I would have just held that. He's giving his teammates so much information by him playing there.
Yeah, you can hear the footsteps now. Manajuma is not necessarily trying to make a secret of this, as nothing is spraying just a little too high for the headshots. All of the Manajuma players that went outer managed to get to secret.
Yeah, let's watch nothing here because
Just
they're
kidding.
gonna try to attack towards heaven. It looks like.
Yeah, they curtailed their secret travels, and they are going all the way to the big garage to find maybe a boost up into heaven.
Sean's not in a bad position himself. Like he's kind of like edging out a little bit. He hears that boost going on. I think he's just adjusting himself. He should be able to find himself a kill, but actually it looks like they're just gonna retake lobby control, and knowingly like knowing that the enemy's outside, they're just gonna take lobby control, keep that map control, and wait for them to come into the heaven trap.
Positionally, Manajuma set up really well though. Minikerr is not making any mistakes around lobby. You might be able to work a kill on Hiko. We'll see.
The roles have been swapped, and the CTs are out of position, almost playing as if they were the Ts themselves. We have a melee going back and forth, and Sean Gears is trying to hit quickscopes and no-scopes, 2 versus 3. And nothing's got the bomb in tow, turns on one, and picks up a beautiful double kill. Really, one of the first... Oh, we had a drop, right? We had one player drop. It wasn't at least one of the active players. CTs will win purely on virtue of the clock expiring, and you know what I was going to say is that we haven't had too many really important double kills, really impressive looking things, but with no health, a double, that was good looking.
Definitely.
Oh god.
They're saying that they were not able to boost on the air conditioner.
They don't
said it
need the
didn't
AC
work.
boost. They can boost on the roof itself.
Yeah, they don't need the AC to get up there.
But yeah, like they went through it like they were going through the forklift.
Okay, so I got a message from our producers. We have a pause incoming. Hiko dropped,
Okay.
and the matchmatic is dumping out the information that we had. The matchmatic is still possible. Spangler's fixing it now, which is what we're seeing. I think we're okay. And Hiko has the 16K.
I mean, regardless, like you are pissed off about that round if you're mediocre.
I think they have to keep playing. That's not they can't just be like,
I mean, realistically, if I'm in their position, before that round happens, I'm like, okay, if we get one more round, we're in good shape. If we get two more rounds, this shit's a wrap, right? So they should definitely be feeling good about themselves still. I know that round definitely is like they need to just push past that round, you know, and put it in the back of their heads because they're still in a great spot, and the only way they should lose this game is if they just mentally just fuck themselves.
The word is that the first matchmatic is the one that didn't work because the matchmatic file got dumped. We're attempting to recover the second one, or recover the first one, excuse me, correctly. And if that doesn't work, we'll just have Hiko buy down and
oh my
play.
god, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah, it is. If you need to drop, I would not blame you.
Are you asking me to leave?
No, but you were the one who brought up the time.
No, Hiko was the one that brought up the time.
Oh, you're right. Days was secretly waiting for his time to shine, though. He sent me like a text message being like, "This is my time."
Yeah. Days, would you like the spotlight?
It is where I thrive. Is like 4
The spotlight? Oh, for
Yeah, 5 a.m.
Okay. I'm wondering how long this delay will take. Let's check our comms. What is so we have the forklift clipping, and we also have the
AC.
that AC unit clipping. It's not, I mean, we're not using non-stock maps. CEVO doesn't ask you to download non-stock maps. This is just weird.
Yeah, I don't really know what it is. It's like the I guess the thing is just you're sliding through it. It's like it's invisible or something. The actual like texture itself, because they were sliding through the forklift as well. But I've never seen that before.
Seems like a Counter-Strike bug. Like, how do you even make that happen?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, while we take the time, we had a quick commercial break. If you're rejoining us, we're still paused for this the second match medic. And if you are joining us late, you're watching a best of 3, where the teams are clearly tied 1-1. If this is our final map, this is our third place game. The loser, of course, will be taking third, and some will go on to face iBuyPower in the grand finals. Someone will.
Yeah, Cotton, I have a question. It's a little bit off topic.
Sure.
I mean, I would never go off topic, but when you asked earlier during the first match, you asked Steele, what do you think the best knife is? And he was talking about who the best knifers were. But did you mean like the best knife as in like a karambit or a bayonet?
No. I meant I thought I said who. Who is the best knife?
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I heard as well.
I thought the whole time you were talking about like, yo, man, what's the coolest looking knife? Are you a karambit fade kind of guy? Or are you an M9 bayonet? And Josh was talking for like 10 straight minutes about like,
Yeah.
well, I'm definitely the best knife.
I am, dude. Do you know how many
It's like-
knife kills I get in a average match in scrim?
True. You know how many knives you fucked up though?
Listen, I had 2 lined up. I was so greedy for it.
That's true.
Apparently,
I had a perfect flank on 2 people, and I whip out my knife, and they spin around and kill me. Apparently.
apparently, according to Spangler, we're almost fixed, and then we'll be underway.
Okay, do we know what's happening with that round?
Well, no, basically.
How many viewers are we up to now, though?
Oh,
15.
16K?
and your game will be bigger, no doubt.
Yeah.
God, you throw out some funny words, man.
Yeah.
That's what brings them all here. The oh my god, thesaurus words.
I feel like you just have a lot of innuendos, man. More than even us.
That is true. That's true.
And the thing is, I don't even think you're doing it on purpose.
I'll tell you that
It's
if you cast as often as we do, you have to start having fun with words.
Okay.
Otherwise, there's just no fun to be had.
You know, baseball announcers do the same thing. Like, okay, actually, we're going live. We're going live. Man. So take it over, Cotton.
We're back. Thank you for joining us on CEVO TV with Steel and Daze. So we had a buy down. I'm pretty sure we had a buy down. We didn't have a match medic, and Hiko is sitting at 6-6, which is roughly where he was. You have 6 rounds on Manajuma, right?
Yeah, so he threw 3 M4s at Swan. Okay.
Did he? I thought he was supposed to get rid of pistols or something. Well, either way, nobody's going to be using them. They all have their M4s of choice. You have 6 rounds on Manajuma, and Cole's thinking 7 rounds on T side. Like, there's no more room to breathe. Not much at all.
Right, Cole cannot make another mistake. And right here, we're going to see Jumas go 4-1 outside, lining up some smokes. I'm not sure if they're going to go secret underneath heaven. We'll see what they do. Looks like they're going to walk secret.
Sean Gears is actually in the big garage. As they're just started running, he can hear them. He'll call secret. You can see through the x-ray. I'm not going to switch just yet, but you can see through the x-ray that people are moving down, ready to intercept.
Mm-hmm. Jordan's moving down there. Sempus is moving down there. So they're reading this really well. That little burst that they did at the end kind of gave it away, but Jordan trying to make too much of a play.
dboorN came down those stairs and absolutely wrecked nothing. He just got completely cartwheeled back.
And
Sean
his
Gears barrel
was really poor though.
Wow, what? That M41 barrel gave Sean Gears away. He still won that fight? Okay. All right. Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say is Sempus was watching for them to come lower from ramp, and instead of playing from around the vents or behind the site, Jordan actually went into the window room, into the control room, and didn't give them that crossfire that they should have had. I mean, it's not going to make a difference because they're going to definitely win this round here anyways, but Jordan's death was really unnecessary, is what I'm trying to say. If he would have just played the crossfire for when they actually exit the doors, it would have been much better setup for his actual team to, win that round. Instead, they had to win that round of Sean Gears that you just mentioned. It sounded like he shouldn't have won that round, and it should have been like a 3v5, and then they would have been in really poor shape. But it all ended up working out for Cole anyways, so.
It did. Now they have a little bit of space to breathe. Not a whole lot. They win one more round. They'll be... Oh, nothing missed the little slide on the pallet, and he'll take a little damage from falling. We had an attempt to sneak that bomb in, and it drops by itself at outer, right here in no man's land. So this round is already effectively doomed.
Yeah, this was going to be a kind of a throw it away round anyways. They were actually just going to rush out hut and just die. Like, Manajuma doesn't really mess around with their ecos that much. They usually just kind of just do whatever and get the round over with, to be honest. So
I think
they weren't really thinking about winning that round, to be honest.
I think they were trying to run out hide and squeak.
Yeah, and then it got the Molotov, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then run the guy into mini down the vents or something like that.
Okay.
But the hide and upper, like the upper guys, just were delayed, and then Irukandji just died with the bomb.
A deep smoke, and perhaps enough to have a CT push, or at least give the impression that a CT has pushed. But of course, Sean Gears is back at the big garage. Lobby hold for Manajuma, where they go normally in a bunch toward the ramp, in a bunch toward outer. This round it's going to be somewhat of a hold, waiting for somebody to push, and then maybe we start flashing people in, or boost everyone up onto the big rock.
Yeah, I think they might do the catwalk boost here. I think that's going to be their plan. Either that or a mini split. I'm not 100% sure right now.
We don't know yet. There's the attempt. Desi almost fell off the big rock. He does and takes huge damage as a result. He's down to about half his HP, gets killed while flashbang, and Sean Gears will come try to find that second one. While surrounded, oh my god. Hiko completely whiffs, and dboorN will get traded by seang. Then Irukandji joins the fray. It's 3 versus 3. There's a whole lot of mistakes being made. People turning away, people making shots, missing shots. I attribute it to it being 2 a.m. for some people right now.
Could be. But coL is in a really good position to win this round. They're set up really well. Todd's in the control panel. He hears them both. He's probably just going to be able to kill this planner pretty easily. And that should clinch it.
He missed again. You know what? Shroud's the last. Oh no. He's about to do his thing. Shroud's the last. Could smoke his own plant. Go for it. Drop the bomb in. Get some free money. And they knew exactly where to fire. They pierced the plates. That's a headshot. 8-6.
I love how Daze is on first name basis with everyone on the team. Jordan, Todd,
He's a networked in man.
Sean.
I mean, I just know them all. I've been on teams with all of them, except for Jordan. But obviously me and Jordan have been to like 10 lands together, so.
We're at the end of the first half. It's 8-6. The 9-6 split is acceptable, if just barely, for the CTs. And they'll blow off the door. Maybe try to push it with that sort of vision, or at least clip some feet if anybody wants to peek it.
Yeah, take a look at Irukandji. He's made it all the way under CT heaven.
It's a massive, massive flank. He can hear a lot of gunfire, which is giving him the license to move through, and I think Hiko's waiting for him. Still, he was looking outside thinking that he might be there, but he was already inside of hell. So 4 versus 2. And if this halftime score looks 8-7, it may be too hard of a climb for compLexity to make it all the way back. Anger.
Another great shot by dboorN there, though. He's really been on point this setup.
Yeah. This one, that's no fun for anybody coming up the ladder. 8-7 is your halftime score. You're watching CEVO TV. If you guys want, this might be the time to do the hellos and thank yous for My By Power. Do you guys have that one prepped up?
Ooh, you got this? You got this?
No, you got this.
All right.
This is what we got for, Josh.
This is I by Power Steel, and I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to the CEVO lower bracket finals match. And remember to tune in next week when we play the winner of this game in the finals. I've been Steel, and with me is Dazed. You can follow us on Twitter and our streams, which we'll tell you in after this.
Okay. Well, I was ready for it. I was like, you can do the sponsors and everything. We're gonna rush right onto the floor. We have one player, if you're compLexity, coming in through the mini, and he's going to do terrible, terrible damage. He's got a double, and Irukandji manages to save the round, turn it all around. It's 1 versus 2, Hiko versus dboorN and Irukandji. So there's no bomb to be had. They heard Hiko running off, and if you know Hiko's reputation, you have to assume he's going under, probably coming back around to ramp or the vent somewhere.
I mean, with a minute 20, he could do whatever he wants. But dboorN has such good position here in the opposite rafter. I have trouble seeing them losing this round. The opposite rafter is just so hard to clear from any single spot that Hiko's going to come from. It's just so ridiculously hard to clear. So they should be able to win this.
He's going to do it and go full bore right into Irukandji's USP silence. So that's 8-8, and you really would have liked to have that round if you were compLexity.
Yeah, that was definitely a big round, especially because on a lot of other maps, like on Inferno, on Dust 2, you could actually win this second round if you pistol armor. But on Nuke, it is really, really difficult. If you play to drop at ramp, if you play in the rafters at upper, I mean, there's outside so long range, it's really tough to win this round right here if you're a T. And I mean, as you can see, they didn't even buy anything, so they're probably going to go for the third round buy instead of even trying to win this round. So they understand that it's so difficult to win, because that second round can get you just back in the ball game in something like Inferno or something like that. But they're going to opt for the third round buy. I can almost guarantee it, and just try to get the bomb down here.
It looks like compLexity is setting up for something. They're all motioning and gesturing to each other about where to stand somebody. seang has a smoke primed, but I can't imagine that they have too much planned here. And the smokes will be for upper, and they're going to try to suicide plant with this bomb. Nothing runs right out into smoke pre-fired FAMAS. Desi will turn. They're going to go for this plant one more time. I don't know if they can hear that plant because of how much gunfire that is. So Anger gets his job done. He wins that, really.
Yeah, that was a tough plant to get to, because the first person with the bomb actually got just killed instantly. So he had to find the bomb, in the smoke, and then have the recognition, I guess, to actually plant. I mean, that's actually really difficult to do.
Let's take a look. The performances of both teams. Hiko's score has been erased. He's down at 4-4, which I know it sounds unrealistic because of his drop. For us, both top fraggers are Anger and minikerr at 14-9 and 15-11, respectively.
Yeah, and something that is definitely noteworthy is that minikerr has an op right now. And generally speaking, if you're third round buying, you're never going to have op as a T, and they don't. And so it's going to be kind of tough for them to combat him right here.
Double push into the hut, and desi will trade out Anger after Shroud misses his first attempt. minikerr behind the CT red found Semphis trying to push through to hell.
Shroud should be able to just hit him in the side of the head here, though.
There it is, from the garage. minikerr was looking the wrong direction, 3 versus 3. And Hiko has a teammate across from him in the garage. And comes out and flicks desi, an impressive shot. One more for heaven, and it'll be all evened up again.
And that's definitely a mistake by minikerr, though. He shouldn't have taken that angle. He should have understood, first off, that one could be big garage. But he should have taken a more defensive angle from heaven after he got that kill, and it was 4v... I'm not sure if it was 4v4 right there, or if they had a man up, but definitely something that he should have relocated and played a more defensive position. Because in that situation, if you could just play any type of defensively as CTs, you're probably going to win the round.
You've knocked dboorN out of this. Irukandji could try to go for this defuse and try to win versus 2, but of course, picking up 2 like that and transferring your spray is much easier said than done. compLexity's tied it up 9-9.
They definitely need to utilize the underhanded smoke there. Right, Josh? To get it on the bomb.
We've lost Josh.
Okay, well, he normal through the smoke and it just went
Can you hear
flying.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun. I would have right-clicked that for sure.
No, it definitely should have been a right click. That's actually something I learned. He's always right clicking smokes.
Lobby hold for compLexity. 1 to prevent the push at outer. It's a number 4-man Semphis, and for Manajuma, it's a pretty standard spread. Is that 2 at ramp? No, it's 3 upper. Never mind, no standard spread. If you have a support player, I suppose that player can fly down the ladder and help out the number 9 man, but dboorN's assignment is probably to just drop and run to lower.
It is, but he got really lucky there. He got pretty out of position. He does make it to lower though, and we'll see if
He's gonna run toxic.
yeah, we'll see if they do any type of calculated risk if you're Manajuma right now, or if you just kind of try to play standard.
Look at minikerr. minikerr's actually taken the place of dboorN to probably bait as dboorN. If he dies, then dboorN will still be alive and free to hit toxic. It might not amount to anything because it looks like cole's setting up to take upper.
Yeah, we got to watch desi here. He has a good spot. Opposite Raptor is always a good position, and then Shroud's going to be able to quickly rotate to him and hopefully alleviate some of that pressure. They have like a 3-prong attack here because Irukandji's and Mini as well, so they're set up really well for this.
They're in. The vent is destroyed. Hiko has found Irukandji here. The trades back and forth, and desi did eventually attribute one of those kills for his teams. There's 2 alive for both teams. The bomb is planted, and dboorN and I think Shroud are coming from the same angle, which is tough. You can hear the ladder. Both players have to be up there. And I think Jean-Guerres knows. Still, he lost that battle. Hiko is going to go one-on-one, and he probably is thinking that he doesn't want to peek, given his tendencies. No pump for the bomb plants.
Shroud's got no kit, so there's no way that he could have won it. Like, the only...
Oh, God.
Whoa,
Oh, my God. What happened to the server?
What the... What the...
What is going on?
Both these people stream 12 hours a day.
Okay. Either way, there's no conceivable way unless he stuck the bomb, like, instantly, which he didn't do. He lost that round.
Yeah. I completely lost my train of thought. How... What... So, probably server side.
I think it was just a drop and tick. like the server was doing some physics processing, and then the tick rate dropped to like, 20, and no bullets registered.
We've literally just seen like the equivalent of the Counter-Strike lightning strike twice. That's like we've had some paranormal occurrences with that outer AC thing, and now we can't hit each other. Like, okay. Let's get back to it. It's the exact same opening that compLexity went with last round, only this time we're facing an Hiko. Manajuma has only USPs and 1P2000. Okay, I can't let it go. Have you ever seen that before?
Source all the time.
Oh, okay, I didn't play too much Source.
Yeah, you just sit there, shoot against someone, and there would be no reg. It was sick.
Okay, well, this round looks mostly like clockwork for compLexity. They've only got 2 more to pick up. Just 1 more to pick up. It's Irukandji, and he's at the ramp, trying to figure out what exactly to do. Probably inspect his nice-looking Guardian.
Huh.
Nice flick by Anger. Really nice. 11-9. So CT-sided nuke is not a thing anymore.
Well, this round's gonna be. I don't know. The Manajuma's gonna have 2 more chances, right? They're gonna have this round and probably another chance. And if they could just win those rounds, they could and get the ball rolling and get some momentum going. They should be fine. But so this round isn't the one that's like super important. It's gonna actually be the next following gun round. If they don't do anything crazy though, they're doing the same setup that they've been doing. They feel like they should have won these rounds, and they're just playing a default setup pretty much.
Who are they going after? You know, there's a battle to be won somewhere. Is it everyone trying to get that 1 kill, or are you trying to isolate that 1 player?
Who are you going after? Well, it's coL. For coL, they're just trying to take map control it outside. I'm a little bit surprised about minikerr. They're not taking any battles really. They're just letting the they're just playing a completely default setup, and that's actually not usually like them. They usually take a lot of calculated risks. They usually, like right now, you might see them push lobby, you might see them play outside pretty heavy, and things like that. But instead, they're playing a very basic standard setup.
Irukandji has the drop on 2, and though he whiffed pretty hard on the first burst, he got 2 in the second volley, and this looks to be a counter-terrorist win already, with nothing as weak as he is, and Hiko fighting back and forth by himself. He survives that. He survives that somehow. He made it down the ladder with 23 HP. If somebody wants to drop a frag nade on him, he...
Please spam him right now. Shroud.
There's 1, and nothing's the last. He's still planted, still got that, and up to his left is Irukandji. You see that laser coming in from behind him. Sad times. Sad times for nothing who thought he had that shot. It's going to be 11-10.
Good plant though for them.
How close has this been entire series been? What was the first one? 16 to 12? 16 to 13?
16-11.
Oh, 16-11, and then the second one was overtime.
And this is going to go down to the wire.
Yeah, it's really important for minikerr to win this round too, though.
They're really low money as well, yeah. Both teams are
I'm
low
really
money.
wondering if they're gonna do some type of outside play where they put 1 on the catwalk, maybe 1 at T-Red, something like that, or if they're just gonna play standard again.
This is a fairly odd-looking assortment of weapons for Manajuma. They got 2 FAMASes, an AK, and 2 M4s. Notably, neither team...
And look at Irukandji. He's got great positioning right now.
It's actually on minikerr's perspective, who was firing from on top of the outer balcony. He did have good positioning. And
now if you're Manajuma, the only way they could lose this round is if dboorN just dies here. He should just drop.
Oh.
And that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened. To the
one
left.
There's Irukandji, though.
Irukandji will ambush and win the battle of versus 2. Nothing has to go find him, trade him out, and go get the bomb. He does that. He's going to get spammed. He stares down the vent, turns it into a 1-on-1. It's desi versus nothing. That, oh no. That railing.
Really good positioning from desi.
Desi lurks him. It's tied up.
Now with coL on low buy here, if you're Manajuma, you do not want to have any deaths right now. Like, it's really important on this Hiko round that you build your economy, you don't have any deaths right now.
You gotta build your load.
Yep. And Shroud smartly picks up a Mag 7. Just get a ton of money right here. If he can.
If there's an upper play, he's just gonna collect money.
Yeah. He really will. Like, you'll see Get right here in these situations. He will buy a Bison pretty much every time as a CT.
11-11. We're coming down to the wire. And our opening volley is from Heaven to the CT Red. And the battle is won by the M4A4. And minikerr just stares it down. He doesn't really even care. He'll move down to Hell and continue the fight, probably down here. He's got another one. There's that swag kill. Nothing is the last one left, and he's going to dive for this bomb and perhaps go after minikerr, who he knows has to be lit. He's not going to get a chance. 12-11, and Manajuma takes the lead.
Right here, if they could pick up an AW, and just, yeah, that's exactly what he does. That's a really good move. They're not going to be expecting an AW right now, and the way they've been taking outside, they haven't been doing wall smokes or anything like that. They've honestly just been throwing, like, one smoke and just kind of a flash and jumping to T-Red. So, minikerr could really punish them right now at outside.
Let's follow him. Minikerr is our number 8. He's looking on top of the boost instead of to the left of the white box. Nobody's there yet, as the closest player, number 3, Seang, is waiting behind the big Twinkie or the yellow or the big rock. What do you guys call it? Seriously.
Yellow, Twinkie.
All of it?
Yeah. We know what it
both,
means.
to be honest, yeah.
All of those things?
Yeah.
I mean, you can see the way coL's taking outside. There's so many openings right now. Like, that huge... There's a huge gap in the smoke right here.
A ramp take, though.
Yeah. And they're taking another calculated risk that I was talking about, where they just had 3 ramp.
Hiko attempts to spray down dboorN through the box. We'll know that he moved up close to the left wall. We'll try to hold this angle in case he gets peeked. He knows that pop flashes are going to try to force him out, and behind him, he's been boxed in. Seang is coming to alleviate the pressure, and minikerr kind of knew it, so now it's just on the man of the hour. He's got one. He's got to think that somebody might be behind him, though. Comes back toward the radio, and then is properly mowed down. 13-11. Manajuma is closing in on it.
Let's see if anybody on coL snap buys.
No,
I mean,
pretty disciplined.
Do they really want to give Manajuma 14 here?
Shunfish.
Nope. They bought.
More than many teams, and you guys may agree here. I feel that compLexity force buys a lot.
Oh, they force buy more than any other team in the game, definitely. And you know, sometimes it works out great, and sometimes it doesn't. It's just a risk, you know. And I mean, it's a risk not to force buy as well. You're putting a lot of. You're gonna have less rounds to play with. Yeah, exactly.
It's the same look that compLexity's gone with for the past maybe 5 consecutive offensive rounds with rifles. It's a default. They're looking for that pick, and then maybe they'll move back out. Anger did not like that one. He came back in for the peek, hoping to get a cheeky kill through smoke, and then found a nade bouncing right up into his chin. So he becomes a spam player. It's probably smart to move him out of the lobby, out of the direct line of fire. And this, if you can take a look at the positioning on the minimap, we can't move away from dboorN right now as he's currently shooting, but you can see on the minimap that this wants to turn into a wrap for ramp, and minikerr has to know that somebody's behind him. Nice. Entry found. Hiko hits it. dboorN's gone.
Oh my god!
And we missed it. We missed it.
That was nuts. He was getting shot at from the ladder. He dropped down the ladder, did like a 360 ninja move, and then no-scoped the guy.
We wish we hadn't been on the director. 3 versus 2. Everybody's weak. The last two picked up by nothing, and the gap closes again. complexity trails
That's
only by
a
1.
big round. Look at, like, Jumas, they have to drop a weapon from desi to dboorN, and then the rest of them should be able to afford M4s.
This one probably determines
The winner of the game.
the game.
Winner
right
of this
here.
round wins the game, I think.
Where to go now if you're Manajuma? Do you play it the way you have been?
I don't want to answer that.
Well, last round is where they really kind of shot themselves in the foot because they should have been playing to just make them execute. If they would have just been playing to make them execute, they would have won the round for sure. Like, if you just have Galil armor, how are you ever going to take upper? How are you ever going to get a lower plan? You know, I don't even think they had any smoke grenades. So, this round they actually have the nades and the smokes and the flashes to execute on something. So really, coL could do whatever they want here. Manajuma's not really doing anything too crazy. They're just playing a completely default setup here. So, we'll see. I think they're going to try to go towards ramp. That's where they got the kill last time. And we'll see how dboorN decides to hold this.
This game comes down to the fundamentals. The fundamentals of Nuke, the fundamentals of Counter-Strike. It's not a whole lot of fanciness to be seen here. We're just going to shoot people. We're okay with that.
Yeah, desi's getting really aggressive here around the squeaky. Wisely decides to fall back. coL has ramp control right now, and they have one at lurk, and Drew's going to come right next to him and go right past them.
They both missed each other, just barely. But Sean Gares is trailing him, unknowingly trailing him, but still trailing him. He has to make it down. He's about to get destroyed. There it is.
No. Knife out. Hiko gets this. This might be a complexity round.
We got Anger dropping into the site. He hit the pallet. He has no idea where he is. He gets a free kill. Shroud had no idea because he went through the smoke and fell down. That's amazing.
Must have been bad comms. dboorN needs to save this if they want to actually have a chance at this last the remaining rounds. He needs to save this. If you look at the money on the team, minikerr's gonna have $2,000. Irukandji's gonna have is that 2,800, and the rest of them are gonna have 1,950. Like, that's really bad news. dboorN, like, he can drop a mag 7 to one of the upper players. That's his play. That's the only play he can make. That's providing that he keeps his weapon, which he probably will. But I mean, at this point, scores tied up, 13 up. You're gonna have basically an eco round, probably gonna go in the way of coL. That's 14-13 for coL. They need one more round to clinch the overtime, and then 2 for the win.
How unlikely. How so unlikely.
This is gonna come down to the wire. Like, it really is. This is gonna be a save from Jumas.
In the sense that you guys had already brought it up, it is the most literal 50-50 game we've seen to date in this tournament. This is remarkable. Where are we going now for complexity? We're abandoning what's worked for us. We're not going to go with our default. We're going to protect outer, thinking that we're going to get some CZ charges, and then maybe we'll fall back to default.
You don't want to run into a stack. Ramp and uppers are very, very dangerous because there's so many angles that you can play from, and it's so difficult to keep every angle disabled with smokes and flashes. So outside's a really good bet. It's a safe play. Take outside. You can watch flank. You can use the long range. It's a good play. You can go secret to the lower bomb site, or you can boost heaven with it. So either.
Well, I don't know about boosting heaven on this server, Josh.
Well, you can boost on the roof if you're not an idiot.
Okay. I've never boosted on the roof before, actually.
Why can't I get on the AC?
Nothing will inadvertently kill Irukandji, though he sees minikerr still there. He'll wait on the other side of the door, maybe pick this one up. Semphis comes in to help his buddy, but on his right, somebody's waiting with the CZ. dboorN gets dropped after the spray transfer from Semphis. Impressive looking stuff, and desi maybe picks up the first, or not. Or not. Shroud's the last. And then he was dead.
Okay, so if you're mediocre right now, the only things that have worked for coL right now is going outside and ramp, right? So do you play like maybe one upper and just overplay one of the spots, or maybe play 2 outside, 2 ramp, 1 heaven who could quick rotate to anything? I doubt coL goes away from what's working for him, so they're probably not going to do something like straight into upper, but maybe.
I'd overplay outside.
Yeah.
Catwalk, secret, big.
There's not a whole lot that Manajuma can do to stop pushes with only 2 smokes. They'll have to go gun to gun with complexity. And we'll see whether or not you guys... Oh, we already have good movement outside. Through smoke, Shanghair, Semphis, and Nothing have made it. Whether or not they choose to go to secret, we don't know.
So minikerr spot complexity members outside. Now it's just on Jumas to make the decision. They have the information. They need to make the judgment. What's going on? Desi's gonna get 1 kill, so that's a good start for them. But
And a double. Drops the bomb and can guard it for a little bit with his teammate dboorN. This is a very bad spot for complexity to be in. Even if they smoke, they'll still get spammed. And they have a gap. There's a gap. Crucial play. And also really important. Desi, in a clutch time, has come up with a triple. So 2 alive for complexity. It's Anger and Hiko.
so at this point, complexity is in like an unwinnable situation. They need to take away as many weapons as possible. That's Anger's goal. They can Anger the entire complexity team combined next round. Jumas. I don't know.
We needed headshots from Anger. We didn't get them. It's 14-14 tied, and this has the makings of overtime. There's enough money left on complexity to make this kind of feel like overtime's coming.
I don't know. If you look at all of Mediocre Gamer or Manajuma's ESEA and CEVO matches, every single one of them, they somehow win 16-14, 16-13, 16-12. So we'll see. They're definitely a good clutch, overtime type team.
Hiko will blow that squeaky door off its hinges, throw a flashbang in, make it kind of look like an inner push, and cause the utility nades to be thrown back. That's a couple off the belts of Manajuma. That's intentional, but it doesn't necessarily buy them around. Not yet until Semphis comes into the squeaky and then gets traded. Back and forth. You need to win this heaven battle. It's minikerr that's going to change this one. It's probably the fulcrum of this round.
And look at Sean Garrett.
Oh no, he missed him!
He missed him
Twice!
Now he gets the kill, but he has been spotted. They know exactly where bomb is as well, I think.
If he gets this, he thinks that he may be pinched in. It's just a one-on-one, but of course he can't possibly know that.
Oh wow, he just turned his back completely to the squeaky guy.
Well, his player in lobby, his opponent in lobby, is giving him a lot of respect.
Yeah, definitely.
So he's spotted both of them. He's got to know that somebody's lobby or heading back outer or ramp, and then somebody is already mini. Nobody's going to peek him.
A lot of time to play with here.
Tense moments for Sean Gears. Up close is Irukandji. You need a no-scope. He doesn't get it. Then next to him, a second attempt is also no good. Manajuma will take this tie point and move on to the game point 15-14.
The reason they went to upper, by the way, was because Semphis actually got to mini pretty much unnoticed. And it was a good call to go to upper because he definitely got that. I think he got the entry kill. But the execution just wasn't really there. They didn't have anything smoked out. They didn't really time the flashes that much. And minikerr was able to come from heaven and really do a lot of damage.
It all comes down to this. One last round or overtime.
I think
They'll
right
go to
there.
ramp. They'll go to ramp. And Manajuma's putting their opera there, which is really smart.
They saw him. They had to have seen the posture of minikerr. They have to know he has an op. And they'll smoke him out to get back across or run right at him. Nothing's thinking about it, but there's another crease. Gonna flash out and then charge upper. One up above at Mustang, if you use that term. Then they'll come piling out of that hut window. They have to kill that heaven player.
Shroud.
Manajuma is so close to going all the way to the grand finals. Our third place team is complexity. Your winner of the best of 3 in a 16-14 is Manajuma. Congratulations to them. They'll go on to face you guys. You get to play them. It's the change of pace you ask for. You're watching CEVO TV. I am Cotton. With me tonight is Steel and Daze. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Did you see that one coming? Did you like